The reality of these ATVs and sideshows in Kansas City. Look, straight up, young people, Mayor Lucas, KCPD, and those guys, they not playing no more.
Some weeks back, there was an ATV incident where someone ran over basically a police officer from KCPD. And you came out and said, look, we're not going to have this summer. What is your message to the ATV and dirt bike riders? And I see in St. Louis, they are actually taking away bikes and ATVs. Is that something that you plan on implementing here in Kansas City?
Our first message is we don't want to have to take anything away from anybody. So we want to ask you to respect the law. And I'll be even more straight. If you are in the middle of downtown, if you're sitting on Grand, if you're sitting on 14th Street and you're trying to dirt bike around, if you're trying to, get in the way of folks, causing harm to people, that will be enforced and that will be a problem. So you can take it to other communities. You can do it out in the country. If you need ideas of where to go, I talk to people all the time who just own land and say that we'd love to have people out there. So that's something we can try to connect with and facilitate. What we can't do is allow the street takeovers and some of the activity that occurs at too many of those events. And so that is our beginning message. We're taking it seriously. It's a real problem. You can't operate and exist on our streets with impunity. And that, I think, is going to be a big part of what it is we're trying to accomplish over the summer.
They ain't playing no type of games. And it's a lot of business owners and it's a lot of people around the city that want to see you fail and they want to see you locked up and they want to see you go down. Okay. We have to tackle this subject right now because it also affected me one night. Picture this. It's a summer Friday night. It's on Southwest Boulevard. Air is warm. City is alive. People are having fun. And then out of nowhere, 60 to 70 riders in ATVs and dirt bikes and cars, they come together, stopping traffic, and they take over the streets for a sideshow, man. This happened to me like a year or two ago. And I was there witnessing the entire thing firsthand, man. And the energy was undeniable. I remember that, man. I was like, whoa, what the hell is going on, man? This is a Friday, Saturday night in Kansas City. Woo, woo. But that was undeniable, but so were the risk and some of the consequences that some of these young people are facing right now, man. So I just remember experiencing that, but instead of confronting anybody or having beef or saying anything, bro, I just turned around and went another direction. Okay. I'm not about to sit there and argue with 70, 80, 90, 100 people. Who knows what would happen in that situation when it's me against all of them. But I just want to make it clear that I am not against the culture of ATVs and sideshows and dirt bikes and all of that. We just have to push for accountability and safety in our city. That's truly where I'm coming from. And these gatherings, y'all, while they are thrilling for some, they pose serious dangers a lot of times for people that are not used to that lifestyle or that culture. You got residents in the neighborhoods and the crossroads. They reported feeling unsafe. You got, with these incidences of reckless driving and even an officer, being struck by that ATV just last month. So the chaos is just kind of disruptive a little bit and it's dangerous a lot of it. Let's be real though, man. There's a certain freedom in riding those ATVs and dirt bikes, especially when you've been locked in the house all winter long. And then our spring wasn't too pleasant. It was a little cool spring. So you want to get out as soon as the weather breaks. You want to have fun and you want to feel the vibe, man. You do. But with that freedom comes some sort of responsibility. Now, how we ride in Kansas City, it says something about who we are as a city. It says something about our culture. And the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department, y'all, I'm telling you, they are done playing games. They launched an entertainment district plan earlier this year. Now, these units were put on display last week. If you didn't see with Mayor Lucas and in the newspaper and certain articles, there were 4 arrested after KCPD attempted an ATV traffic stop near Southwest Boulevard and 31st Street. Now, the individuals then did something stupid and brandished a firearm at the officers. Now, a KCPD spokesperson, they wrote an email explaining that the department is investing resources to bolster traffic units with that community engagement division, tactical response teams, and patrol. And that's what this entertainment district plan is calling for. Basically, man, they're giving them the green light to go ham and stop everybody. That's what I see. And to curb these illegal activities, Kansas City is responding, and they have to. They have to. If you think about the businesses, if you think about just the pedestrians who may not even live in Kansas City and ain't used to all of that, it's going to call some attention, y'all. So there was another ordinance, though. I know you know about this one, passed in September last year, that allows law enforcement to tow vehicles and issue fines to both participants and spectators within 200 feet of a sideshow. Fines start at $100 for spectators and can escalate up to $1,000 for repeat offenders, and vehicles can be impounded on probable cause alone with no warrant. They putting a green light out, y'all. Additionally, KCPD has been actively enforcing the laws, towing vehicles, making arrests, and issuing citations. They even installed devices in certain intersections to deter dangerous stunts. And they've also, you notice, they mess with the streets and made it harder for vehicles to do those sideshows there. Y'all, they not playing no more. And if you think about it, have you ever tried to get your car out of a tow lot? Have you ever tried to get some sort of something from the city in those situations? It's a big ass headache, bro. You're not trying to deal with that at all. I guarantee it. It almost takes you a whole day or a whole night to try and get your vehicles back, y'all. But here's the thing. I am a man about solutions. I am a man about collaboration and trying to resolve so that everybody can be happy. And I just think that it's not about all enforcement a lot of times. It's about community. Because it's obviously people love to do these things and people enjoy these things, but we have to figure out a way how we can do it in a safe manner. We all want Kansas City to be a place where we can express ourselves, but also at the same time we can still raise our family and go out and not have to be disturbed or disrupted by certain things. We want to have fun, but we also want to be safe as well. So we have to work together to find some sort of solution for this. And to the riders, car enthusiasts, your passion is very, very clear. We all love and understand that. But we got to channel that energy into something positive. We got to find some positive outlets or some sort of alternate safe place where you all can ride and enjoy yourselves. Um, and then to the rest of us, man, let's just support initiatives that provide safe spaces for these activities and for these riders, man. Um, I know Mayor Lucas, the heat has been on him with trying to curb some of this stuff. Hence, you see the enforcement with the ATVs. I just pray that everybody can just walk away as cooler heads can prevail in these situations that could escalate into something bad. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's all about balance and hearing each other and understanding, dog. We can have fun, we can be free, but we also need to respect our city and we got to respect each other most of all, man. And that's respecting the city, is respecting each other. So let's make sure that when we look back, we see a Kansas City that's thriving, that's safe and united, man. To every rider that's tapping in, to every rider, to every builder, to every club, to every social club, to every car club member in KC, you are the culture. You are definitely a big part of it. We love, understand, and respect that. But remember, please remember this: the streets are shared. They're shared with everybody. So, let's keep it dope, but let's keep it safe.